Hi, back again. We go on. So, last time we did that, but not completely. That was here, front view. Good, we make that round thing there. So, add mesh circle. 24 is okay. Scale down. Rotate X 90 degrees. Scale down. Should be some like this thing here in the front. Such like that, but a little bit smaller. Yeah, that can be possible. Edit mode, extrude, F to close, Control B to bevel. Good. Then we need the screws there and whatever that is. Good, screws. We have there some, and Shift D I get some from there, but I think they are a little bit smaller, but we will see. Good. Go here to solid mode so we see that better, but I must disable the modifier. There is no modifier, so we must delete with X this once, so we have only that left. L to select, grab to position, scale down, Shift D, make another one, and so on. Good, then comes here this mystery thing. I don't know, we should make it round. I think we can add mesh cube simply, that's enough for such little things. Scale in the Z. Done. A little bit out. Good. That one must be shade smoothed. Oh, shade smooth. So that here too. So face shade smooth. Done. Good. We can join that all together. But before we do that, we bring that to the same position there. Alt A deselect, B box selection. Get this one with background selection, grab there, and the screws can come in more, and that screw to good. That here was an error. I don't know how to kill that now, but we will see. Top view, B box selection, object join. Good, we bring it there away, grab. When you ask what is this red line, it's normally the render line. You can say you want only render that or that or that, and then he only renders that part. But I don't know how I disable that in this version here. I try and restart. No, it is there. Okay, then we can't change it in a moment. So we go on. Last time I see we did that here, but not that behind. So we will make that. Grab, bring it there. So we scale that down to the size. Grab and position it. Good, grab. Then we take the last part here with edge selection. Then we extrude till the x-axis, extrude scale a little, extrude to the x-axis, extrude scale in the hole, move it down, and extrude back to the x-axis, extrude scale a little, and extrude backward. That was it. I only have to bevel Control B that one and that one. Good. To bring that in secure papers, bring it there and say faces should be flat. Here's the shading arrows. So Control R, make there a loop. Control R, make there a loop. Control R, make there a loop. And that should be enough. Good, so we done that incomplete. That is good. Grab, scale, done. File, save. Good. What we make next is this tower thing here. There are many methods to do that. You can start with circle or with the subdivision in background. And I want to try the subdivision surface on it. So I take circle, but with 10 vertices. So yeah, but I must short think about that. Don't think that here works. Must be more. I must look how near they are near. Okay. Good. Then we try another one. I'd write with the 34. Add mesh circle 32. So now we should have there the place to get this both things in, but before we do that we extrude them for sure. So scale, grab, scale again, well, what was that? Nobody knows it, but who cares? Okay. Then edit mode, word selection, extrude, bring it up, scale down. So that is the base structure. We bring it in front. So what we have to do now is to bring the holes in there, and this back should be higher. So top view, edit mode, and now we must decide how big the holes should be, and for that we make another loop before and say that should be that part there, and then we bring in holes. The only question is how many we should delete there. So that is the point. Top view. So I start there, I think. X, delete word, and here X, delete word. So we have that. When we now get the back higher, how much is it from the back? Is it much? Is it not much? I don't know it. Here we don't see it correctly. It is not as much. Good. So we will see. Top view, number 7. I think we can do it from here till there. Maybe. We will see. So we go here to local axis and extrude them till that height and lean them as we inflate. As long as we inflate. Yeah, English. Then we get here shade smooth on it. That looks better. Now we have to round up all the things. There are 2 methods to do that. You can take a Solidify and Bevel that stuff, or you take subdivision surface. So Shift D, we make first a copy, so we can try each of that. So when we take here at Solidify and move them a little to into, so that is normally enough, or a little too big. But hold it shift, you can control that better. Good. I think that is it. So apply. Now we can get here the edges and bevel them, and that is the case to the roundness. So Control B, we can move here and roll them with the mouse button, so we get here this round stuff that we can do with the other one too. Get these edges, Control B, move around, and we get the roundness there. Same we can do with all this stuff there. That's not so good. You see, Control B. Good. That looks good for me. Maybe that must be a little bit smaller there. So I get Alt A, deselect all, and get here the global axis. Better is from view, and scale X, so we can make it smaller there. Then we select them and scale X, make it smaller. Then we have a good result. Good. Then the only thing we want to round up to is this ones, but it should be in a straight line here. So we have first to set that up to a correct value there. So that must be some like that. Scale Y 0 and bring them a little bit more up to fit with the rest there. That is good, but from the top it don't look good. Yeah, there's something went wrong. We go back to global axis. It's global, okay. So we can move them only here till that position, but then it is straight again. That is bad. But we need both. It should be there and there. So what we can do, I tried with one. So when I make them straight, then he must come more till that axis there. So when I go here from view, then I normally can plug them there. And there, and it should be straight line. Not completely, but we come nearer and nearer. Yes, now it works, but I must make it manually, like often. Never trust some that says you, wow, that's no problem, we make that. That never works. I hate some modifiers and some stuff because it never works like it should. Good. Then we can take both and Control B, bevel them as round as we need. And then we have that tower thing there. That was the one part we can do such. The other part via save is simpler. So we get here and add a subdivision surface, then it's automatically round. And then you can add a solidify, and that was it. And we need here only a loop to sharpen up that, and then a loop to sharpen it here, and then we have that stuff done. You can sharpen there and the other ones, and handle then how round it should be. And when you get there a solidify on it, you can handle the thickness of that, and that was it. Two loops are here good to sharpen that up, and you can use them there if you want, but I don't want. So here we have one, I think. Yeah. Control Z, go back. Here, I don't think so. Yeah, so we can sharpen it up here and there. Good. That looks better. I think in this case, that one is the better. Only I think I must go here a little bit further there. And that here is too small, so that means there must be a loop to sharpen that up. Good. So for me that looks nearly good, but it should be smaller at the parts there. So that is like we did that before. We can go to wire frame and we disable the view of the Solidify and go here back to viewport 1 so we don't see it as sharp. Then we can simply scale that. Scale X, but with individual origins. then is that individual? Yeah. Scale X. Then we can make them smaller. Good. Back till the object mode. We can go here higher from the view. That makes it more round. And that looks good for me. We activate the Solidify, and that's a wonderful tower there. Yeah, we can handle the thickness. I think we can make that a little bit more because of the tank. Yeah, there comes bombs and such, so we should have a big one. Good. We have that. Grab it there. Scale up. This one we move with M to the rest collection. File. Save. Good. We done that. So maybe you make that one. So add mesh. Cylinder 24. What is 24? Okay. Scale. Then rotate. We must go here back to global axis and here back to medium point. Rotate Y at 90 degrees. Get the front part extruded till there. Then extrude and scale down. Extrude again. Oops, better work with absolute values. So grab X, scale, extrude scale, grab X, extrude, grab X, extrude scale, extrude, grab X, and extrude, grab X till there and scale up. So that should be that one. We bevel them all later, but we need the holes in there, and that means we need a loop. Control R, make one there. Control R, make another one. Should be an rectangle to do such, but we need more such like that. Then we need another one that goes there a little bit up, and another loop same distance as the other one before, and that we need 2 times more for the other holes. That is simply for the holes to get them into without some problems. So last one. There and there. So there are 2 in difference. So it means bring in the front. And now we look what we can do. We delete edges and we try to set up like that. X, delete edges. So we have a hole in there, and to get that better we take your subdivision surface and that rounds that up for us. And you see that are not completely like it should, so we can scale there a little to get this done like it should. But before we do that, we make all holes in. So we make here front view, unpeg 1, and delete in the background uh, the edges too. X, delete edges. So we have hole completely through it. That we make with all of them. Yep. So that means here and there. When you take it with circle selection, then you can delete both in one click. So we take here with circle selection C on the keyboard and then delete edges. So we have that holds in, but we need one on the top too. So we go to top view and delete their or bring their holes in. So that means C circle selection and bring down there, I think. So X, delete edges. Nice, sweet and easy. So we can make it here too. C, there and there. X, delete edges. Once more. C and X, delete edges. So we have now that gun there. You see that is much too round here. That's because of the modifier, yeah, there's a high modifier. Normally we don't need that as high. I must search. Maybe we can delete some. Nothing is completely looped through it. So only that can be dissolved, but then we lost the roundness complete. Yeah, we will see what we make there. Sure, we can make it as before in in versions that we bevel that simply then. That is also possible. I will try it one time. So we get here Shift D, make a copy. Yeah, the problem is that we have too much words there. When we take here a subdivision surface, and we have thousands of words. We disable 14,000 words. When we enable 21, that are 7,000 more. Wow, that is much. That is really much. Maybe too much. Good. We try it with Bevel. It will be horrible, I'm sure. But what will you do? It is a try. And maybe it works. Nobody knows it. So we mark all the holes. So that should be all. Oh, I hate this fucking stuff there. Really, really, really. So there. Yeah, it comes when you not bring that all in the right positions and search more. So now we need here the individual origins. So each of this has his own pivot point. And now Control B to bevel, and normally they should all bevel, but they don't do it. That can maybe be because we not applied the rotation scale before. No, makes no sense for them. Then we go back to medium point. Can extrude and scale down. Then we get this stuff, and when we take them, Control B, don't works too. No, Control Z, go back. Language change. So yeah, that means we have no other chance in a moment to do it with the subdivision surface. Good. So we make here Control R, loop in to bring there some. That is too fluffy. So Control R, make there, loop into sharpen up. Here, loop into sharpen up. Then there, and for sure there, and there. So it should look a little better, but only a little. Good. Oh my god. Control R, make there, loop here, and the word count grows. But who cares? Good. Then we need here loop down there to bring it to a good roundness. They are not good rounded now, so we have to round them up in good value. And in the version before, that 2.8, that was easy going. There was loop tools and the circle option, and that makes the selected words to encircle. We have loop tools here, I know that, but I don't know this function where it is now. Can be everywhere, but best is to search it F3 and search here for circle, curve number at circle, Bezier circle, mesh circle. That isn't it. So we have to. Yeah, I need the loop tools for that. I have no other chance, or I must make it with my own manual. That's every time the same. Every time I must do that on my own. I hate it. I often say that, but I hate it. And we need background selection with that. So I hope that now works, that I can scale them both. No, it don't work. Yeah, I like it. So then we take them both, scale X. Wow. Then we take Alt A and select them, scale Z. And we see that we see nothing. So we try it again, scale Z. What happens there? This one works and this not. Ah, because there's no loop. Why there is no loop? I don't know. Okay, so we set one. And there too. That is settled. Okay. What shit. Good. Scale Z. And now we should get some that is round, near to round. Not really, but nearly, yeah. Scale X. Mark them both. Scale Z. There is not a loop loosed. Here is no loop, so Control R make their loop in. I thought we'd done that before, but it don't seem so. Scale Z. Now that works. But we get then some other stuff into, but who cares? So, well, I have not enabled the loop tools, but normally they must be into automatically. In 2.78, that was, you must select that for sure. Wow. Okay, we go on and on and on. What shit. Yeah, when you not have other hobbies, you do such. No, all fine. Scale Z. There is a loop missing, I'm sure. Yeah, it's there. So again, C circle selection, scale Z, then Alt A deselect Alt C circle selection, scale X. And that we do it all. Isn't it nice? For sure it is nice. Nicest ever. Scale Z. And scale X. So we have some holes and something that not look like holes. Never thought that this one can be such a problem. But you never know what you get. Object shade smooth. That makes it a little bit easier. Top view. And now do the same. But I think when we do it like that, we maybe have a chance that we don't need a modifier for that, because that is nearly that what the modifier does. But we will try that later. What I don't understand, normally you mark that and you say it should be in the width origins and then scale in Y. But nothing happens. That's bad. So I must learn that new, maybe. It's a mystery. Okay. Fuck that stuff. Scale Y. Alt A. Select. Scale X. Deselect with Alt A. Scale Y. Alt A. Scale X. Sure, you can make that with a Boolean modifier. That is possible. But when you take Boolean, the whole topology is lost. Then your topology is destroyed. And when you want sometimes to make it other way, to change something, you have a big problem. Because the topology is destroyed and you can't get a good result. without a good topology. And that's the problem by search. For sure you can take an alpha texture for that with holes in, but then it looks like a thin, um, yeah, a thin wood stuff or such. So that is not the, don't clears the problem. Here a loop is missing, so Control R, make the loop in, but in the correct one, and the correct one is this one. Yep. W. Yeah, that's fucking stuff. I never thought that was that complicated, because I thought you make them as quads, and then you take the subdivision surface and all is fine. But no. Yeah, in your head, sometimes that makes sense, but then you see the reality and you see that don't works. It don't works. And you see here that is all not very special good. So we have a chance, Shift D, with the save. There is a relax option. So we search for them, F3, and it's relax. And that is also from the loop tools. Wow, that was horrible. Control set, go back. Then object, apply, rotation scale. Then try it new. Relax. F3, relax. No, no chance. Okay. And when we deactivate that, it looks good for me too. And this one has 860, and this one has not 816. That's a fake because it is not applied. When we apply that, 12,000. Yeah, it's clear. What we do, we take that one. Don't look so good, but it is a small thing. Yeah, who cares? Good. So we take here the front, extrude scale, extrude to the x-axis and scale down. Done. Then we can bevel that side, but only one. That is enough. And here too, Control B, move. Wow. Then that one. Yeah, that is, you must often try things and then you see what works and what not works and what is the best way for do such. And for me that is okay. Not the best, but who cares? Grip. Can scale it a little. And here we need it sharper, I think. But we have there sharpen. Yeah. Okay. Let it like this. Grab it to position and scale them up and set the origin to geometry. File, save. Good, so we don't crash the word count. Here maybe we crash them. The difference is that one, and with the subdiv that one. And now we must decide what is the priority. File, save. And our priority is each collection maximum 100,000 words. That is the maximum my computer can handle. That we move to the rest collection. File, save as, new version number. Then I saw we need that thing here too. So we first make them. Object add cube, scale down till that size. Then bring it in front. Scale Y. Scale Z. Then the down part. Scale X. And then we bevel there. Control B. But I only want to bevel the round stuff there. So we make it singular. Roll the middle mouse button. Here the same. Control B. Move. So that is that. Here we don't need it really, but we make a little. Control B, but with less loops in. Control B. So escape B. So yeah, good. So we can take the top part complete. Control B and move. But then we must plug the face here out. So we have that. We can give them object shade smooth. So there comes cruise on. And we need such like that and that. Good. So we add mesh circle with 24. Then we scale down. Then we edit mode, word selection, extrude, bring it there, extrude, scale a little, extrude, bring it down. Good. Move it in front. Then we need here to close it up with F and Control B, bevel that. Good. That is that part. So object shade smooth. See the shading errors. So we have to Control R, bring the loop in, there a loop in, and it's done. Shading errors gone. Good. We plug them under that one, but in front. Good. File, save. Then we need this ones. So add mesh cube. Scale down. Scale Z. Scale X. And then we only need to scale Y. And take this one and bring them back. And Control B, give them a bevel. Such like that. That's enough. We can take the middle part and give them smooth. So get face selection, hold it Alt, rest right mouse button and shade smooth. You see shading error, so Control R, make the loop in, done. Good. The front needs no shade smooth for sure. Rotate set 90 degrees. Yeah. Top view. And bring them on that thing. Search like that maybe. We'll see. It is too long, so scale Z. Good. But must be a little bit more inside. And Shift D, make a copy of that for the other side. Done that. This is a shading error too, but it comes into the tank, so you don't see that. There are people that only work so that each word must be correctly. I don't work so, but who cares? Good. Add mesh and cylinder with 6 counts. Scale down. 6 edges. Yeah, you can say it like you would. So, and PS, I don't have here anyone. I make that on my own. Scale Z. But sometimes I speak with myself. And I don't think that's a problem. My dog says what other. No, it was only fun. Shift D. Scale. And bring Shift D into the other side. To done. A wonderful thing is done. Come on, we make there a loop in. I can't see it without overgive myself, so good. B box selection object join and bring that till there by grabbing. And we have done a little today, only a little. But what will you say? Sometimes it is like it is. Good. File save. See us in the next tutorial part. Bye.